respected chief guest of today's function, Professor G.M. Sundaralli Garu, Vice Chancellor, VIKRAM University. The distinguished guest of today's function, Professor P.Ramachandra Reddy, and the head for the Department of Food and Processing Engineering, Food Process Engineering from Chennai, and the president of today's function, the principal, BSc College Nellore, Professor G. Vijay Kumar Garu, and the organizing secretary, Dr. G. Mary Sandeepa Garu, Head Department of Food Technology, students and academic consultants of the department and other faculty members and print and electronic media. Very good morning to one and all. At the outset, it gives me an immense pleasure to address you on the occasion of World Food Day. Okay, so the theme is like no one should be left without food. That's the theme. And so that means we have to provide food to everyone. So as a food technology students, so what are you doing in the society to save the food? So that's what I don't want to talk to you about science and all, but what we have to do with the food technology, or like on the occasion of World Food Day. So we have like genetic modifications, modified foods, and then conventional foods, or you can also say like traditional foods and so on. So when we have all these foods, do you have analyzed which food is good for our health? So most of you like to eat fried foods, and in the hostels they used to always complain that they want fried food. Do you know that the fried foods are good enough to have, and they have their good impact on our health? We don't know, and nobody is analyzing that. And besides that, and nobody is thinking about what is the importance of traditional foods, and why we have conventional foods, and why the people are eating like so many years, why ancient people they introduced those foods. So if you analyze this, and then you can have a research analysis, like how the food materials can be assimilated into our body, and what are the effects which we can see with them, and what are the adverse effects which we can see. See, if any material or any medicine or any kind of even poison, if it is in the low concentrations, it will act as a medicine. That means if we eat more food, what happens? So when it is in excess, then automatically, so it will be causing some kind of disadvantage to our body. And when you are talking about leaving food to other people, and no one will be not allowed to left with the hunger, in that case we have to be very sure that we should not waste our food. How many of you are not wasting your food in the hostel? This is one question. So as and when we visit, like the Vice Chancellor Madam and myself, and we saw that the dustbins are full of with food material. I don't know why you are wasting. So at least food technology students should educate other students what is the importance of food. We should not waste the food. So the wastage should be minimized. So the minimization should come from the students only, because it is all like from your side only. You are all there in the hostels, but you should encourage the students that you should not waste the food. That is not doing. I don't know how many of you are encouraging your colleagues or like your friends, stating that don't waste the food. Even in the girls' hostel, we saw the same situation, and in the boys' hostel, the same is the situation. If you want to save, if you want to give food to somebody else, or to save the food for tomorrow, then definitely you have to save the food. Don't waste the food. Then another one is, you should also know what is the nutritional requirement is. See, because when you talk about the food and then we have to give food to everyone and all, so that's one level, but the other level is we have to give the nourished food. So nourishment is also one of the important aspects. So for that, the food technology student should know which, which stage of a human requires what kind of food, what kind of nourishment. See, for example, what the pregnant woman is required, what kind of nutritional requirement is there for the a pregnant woman, or lactating children, or a old age persons. So these are all the things which I don't know whether you have in your curriculum or not, but you should know that. So when you know, then you can able to educate the other people. See, the education is not just studying and getting certificate. Everybody will get certificate. But what is the use that you studied for technology? You should apply that in your life. You should apply that to your surroundings. Then only, so there is something, some meaning that you studied for technology. If you are not able to educate your surroundings, and then there is no meaning of having your degree. Remember this. And then, at least some villages should be adopted by the technology students. Maybe there is a madam, so see that at least some of the villages will be adopted nearby. And you should educate the students, you should educate the children, you should educate the pregnant women and old age persons and all. So what kind of food is required? See, for example, if the person is suffering with iron deficiency, so what kind of food will you suggest? See, not like you are, okay, so jaggery is one of the thing, but nobody will eat every day jaggery, right? So then how do you suggest that as a food technology student, how do you suggest what kind of food materials are having iron-rich food materials? Apples, they don't have that money to buy apples. Okay? So how do you suggest them? So such kind of things should come from you. And adopt some villages and make sure that you are, creating awareness among the different age groups that what kind of foods are good for their health. And see, it's only in their limitations. You should not say go to some hotel and eat good food and then you'll have good nutritions and so on. Don't say like that. Whatever they are eating, you have to suggest them what kind of food is required for them to maintain their good health. So that's what you need to have. So I hope food technology students will go and adopt at least a few villages to educate about the food and to educate about the nutrition. So on this occasion. So I thank everyone and I congratulate all the department for organizing this food fest. Thank you.